In a heartening news, Indian fans had a time to celebrate, and Team India, hosts of the 2023 World Cup, opened their campaign on winning note. India beat five-time world champions Australia by a margin of 6 wickets after being set an exact 200 to win. A dominant knocks by Virat Kohli, who scored a gritty 85. Yes, he was pick of the players, was a big performer of the match, but couldn't have come to India's cause without getting the support of KL Rahul. Yes, the same KL Rahul that fans have been getting after, especially when he was selected for the World Cup. I think some of the critics need to apologize to KL Rahul because he stood tall against one of the best attacks in the world at the biggest moment. Who top scored? A defiant 97. Rahul, India's mainstay in the middle, anchored the innings along with the famed number 3 at the tough time when Australia had shaken India's order. The scorecard not long after the start of the run chase. Well, we have a whole lot of things to talk about, but from that point it was Kohli and Rahul who took it and never forget for the times to come. One of the best innings. Earlier, Australia, who had decided to bat upon winning the toss, were only able to score a modest 199. By some consistent bowling by the spinners on the surface, that's something for the slower bowlers and the trick for the host. Jadeja was the pick of the Indian bowlers. Given his fantastic, very economical 3 for 23, his brilliant dismissal of the Smith, the top scorer for Australia would likely be to be remembered for times to come. In taking his career figures versus Australia, again we can talk about the way India has batted, heaps would be written about it, but I'd like to call in my 3 important guests today who will talk about very briefly about India's success last night, and now it's time for us to focus on Netherlands and Kiwis. But first, my guest in my studio, Dev Tyagi. Dev, you want to quickly recap what happened yesterday, the carnage by Indians in front of the home crowd at Chennai.
Right. I'm glad that the Indian campaign began on a winning note, especially because the top order went a little jittery. Defined innings by KL Rahul and Virat Kohli, of course, guiding the side comfortably without much of a huff and puff, which was seen earlier at the start of the run chase. But amazing show by Jadeja and the other spinners, and Ravichandran Ashwin, of course, taking very economical figures from his full quota of 10 overs, and the spinners were utilized wonderfully well, and I think that just goes to show that Chepauk surface really had something in it for the spinners, as we were actually debating before the start of the match. And the three wicket spell by Jadeja actually proves to be one of his best performances ever in the history of ODI cricket, and actually his personal best against Australia. So fantastic start for India.
Absolutely, it is a fantastic start. Again, now we'll quickly shift our focus for the upcoming match, and I've got Chaya Mughal, who's the skipper of the UAE cricket team. She's been there, done that. She's played for many years for her team. Let's get her views on the game today. Chaya, if you can hear us, what are your views on the game today?
Netherlands are the team with least expectations. I mean, they have nothing to lose. The fact makes them a dangerous side, as they can ink an upset in the tournament. We've seen a couple of half centuries, and this will definitely give them an upper hand to come back stronger. I'm looking forward for a better batting performance from Netherlands, and this will definitely give them a better chance to beat any team.
Chaya, thank you very much. New Zealand enjoyed a clean sweep over the Netherlands back when the two met for the bilateral ODI series. Can we see a familiar story in this game? Your views? Chaya, if you can hear us. Well, when these two teams met in the previous occasions, Kiwis have been very aggressive and they've dominated them. But again, you must spare a thought for the young team that has come into play, and they've been doing a great job. Yes, I think we've got Chaya back on the screen. Chaya, your views.
Netherlands have never defeated New Zealand, but they'll be certainly looking to turn their fortunes against New Zealand. I think at this stage, at this platform, you forget what all has happened in the past and you only look forward what's ahead of you. That silverware, you fight for that. I think Netherlands is going to forget everything and come back with all that they have got. Fight with the spirit that they possess, and be in the competition till the very last game that they have.
Thank you, Chaya. That is an interesting point that you made. Let's look at, I'm sure you're running out of time. Let's look at your last question. Any Dutch player in particular you expect to come good today, and why do you think so?
I think the 23-year-old Bas de Leede seems promising and equally impressive as he timed the ball beautifully in the first inning, along with Vikramjit Singh. Other than that, I think Teja Nidmaruru could be a game changer as well.
Thank you, Chaya, for your time. I'm sure you have match practice and game practice. We'll let you go. We also are joined by Riyad Emrit, the former West Indian player, who's currently also a coach and a very active international best brains when it comes to these big matches. My first question to you, Bas de Leede, arguably the Netherlands' best all-rounder, started his maiden World Cup campaign with a bang with a 4-wicket and a 50. What, according to you, makes him so special?
Bas de Leede, Netherlands' best all-rounder. Not just their best all-rounder. I think he is their best player. He's special. He's very special. He knows how to perform under pressure. He always comes good under pressure. He picks up wickets at crucial time and he scores runs at crucial time. He is the difference in this Netherlands team.
Who, according to you, is the key New Zealand batter in the game if we say Conway and Ravindra go early? I mean, we have to look at various permutation, combination, but who, according to you, is the man to go today?
Daryl Mitchell, I think, is one of New Zealand batter that we have to look forward to in this World Cup. If Conway doesn't come good, if Ravindra doesn't come good, I think he is one of the key batters in the team. He has done very well for New Zealand and he's very important to the team. With the likes of Kane Williamson not in the team, he's not fully fit, I think he is the batter that we have to look forward to in this World Cup.
Well, what can be expected from Latham, the Kiwi skipper, considering his ODI form against the Dutch is incredible. 3 matches and 175 runs. What, according to you?
Tom Latham, very, very experienced player. He knows how to score runs against the Netherlands. As we know, he has 171 runs against the Netherlands. So, he's definitely going to be someone to look forward to. He's very, very good at scoring runs. Look out for him.
Well, one interesting question that comes to our mind, these teams don't often play against each other. So there is a kind of a novelty factor that seeps in, and that's what keeps the team excited. I'll go back to my colleague in the studio, Dev. Dev, just take us through the historical data and the match that happened during the 1996 edition, was it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the last time and the only time before today's encounter that the Netherlands had actually squared off against the Kiwis was in the 1996, the then Wills World Cup. That game happened in Vadodara, of course, in Gujarat. And it wasn't really a memorable outing for the Dutch people. They lost by a huge margin, and that was the era of gems like Roger Toos and Lee Germont and, of course, the great Stephen Fleming. And they completely pounced upon the Dutch and leaving little to imagination. Also, I would also want to draw your attention to the 3-match ODI series which happened in New Zealand when the Dutch travelled there. A historic series, of course, from the context because it's the first time that this bilateral series happened in the white ball format of ODIs. And they were completely whitewashed, something that the likes of Logan Van Beek and the spin trio of the Netherlands team would want to definitely avoid today.
Well, absolutely. Let's talk about the number 1 all-rounder. 4 wickets, and 50 runs. Just
Right.
take us through before we wrap our morning edition.
So Baz de Leer definitely has cricket in his genes, cricket in his blood, and right now he's proving that he actually at this point in time might not be a bit of an overstatement to say that he's the emerging Jack Callis of the Dutch contingent, and definitely a player to look forward to, an exemplary performer, somebody who actually is blessed with understanding pressure situations and then upping the ante of his run scoring whenever the team requires him to do so. And I'm just amazed that, in the last game, the way he just started his campaign, made a half century, was amongst the wickets. He doesn't really let pressure get to him. And maybe that is the dominant part of Netherlands team. That's the key DNA.
Well, absolutely. The DNA is very strong. They convert single into twos and cut the twos into singles and take some outstanding catches. And that's the story of the game. That's what you will expect. They don't guarantee you win. They don't guarantee you an outlandish score. But what they're going to go is they're going to give you a hard fight. And that's what the DNA of the team Netherlands is.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.